Hello everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda and today I am out here in my garden and I am covering up my raised beds because it is 35 right now and it has started to rain, and in some of the nearby cities it is snowing. So I want to make sure that I get these beds covered. I'm not going to be able to cover all of them because I have waited until it started to get really bad out here. And so I just wanted to make sure that you all know, don't wait till the last minute. I had started covering them, but I just was not able to finish. I came out, I checked on the chickens, I made sure that they were all okay, fed them, and so they have went in to their house now to get out of the rain. And I am going to do the same. I'm going to go ahead and get out of this rain, but I was putting down some bricks in some areas that I saw that the paper, the fabric, which is plastic, was blowing off of them. And I see this bed down here is the plastic is blowing off from over it. So I am going to just add another brick over here to the end. And I had went and checked and see how many eggs I had. I was able to get 2 eggs, and while I was putting the bricks over some of this plastic, I realized that I still had the eggs, and so I checked them and I only had 1 egg in my pocket, so I had to go back on a hunt for my egg. But I found my egg and I went ahead and I took my eggs in the house. So I'm just gonna go ahead and lay another brick down here to hold this plastic down, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get inside the house. Okay, y'all, so I finally got my turnip greens in the pot, and I got my turnips on the bottom of the pot. The turnip bottoms on the bottom of the pot. And this is what they look like once they cook down. So I don't know, might not have enough to go in the freezer. Might just eat off of these for a few days. But I put some liquid smoked paprika, onion powder, garlic powder, olive oil, and I'm going to add some maple syrup to them, and some apple cider vinegar and balsamic vinegar. I'm also going to add in some coconut liquid aminos. Gives it a little salty flavor and some sweetness. Since it's raining outside, I decided to come in and make some labels for my spices. Okay, so we came back out to secure the chickens for the night. It is raining. I got 2 eggs in my pocket and I got 4 in my hand. All the chickens are doing fine, and it is really coming down out here. Okay, you all, I have made it back inside the house, and I am happy to be back inside because it is very cold. It's raining out there, and to my surprise, the chickens were running around out in the rain. I thought at first maybe a possum was in the in the chicken coop with them, and that's why they were out, but there was no possum, so they were just enjoying themselves running around in the cold and rain. So that's a new one on me. I had not really ever paid attention to them when it rains because, well, this morning when it first started, they were all inside, but I guess they got tired of just staying cooped up inside, and they came out and started playing in the rain. But I'm inside, and I wanted to show you all some of the items that I purchased for the garden. You all know I am very fond of these barrels, like I call them whiskey barrels, but they're plastic, but they are very good. They're very durable. I have a lot of them in the garden already, so I purchased 3 more of these. What I plan to put in this one is my horseradish, because the horseradish can be very invasive in the garden, and so it can get out of control. I wouldn't call it invasive because it's something that I want in my garden. I think invasive means that it's something that you really don't want in your garden. So it can get out of hand. So I am going to have the horseradish in this container, so it will be contained. It won't go anywhere that I don't want it to go. And the next thing that I purchased for the garden are some seeds. And yeah, I got a lot of seeds. Okay, I'm gonna just start calling out what I got. And I purchased these at a place called Shell Ross, and it's near where I live. and they sell seeds in bulk. So I have some Kentucky bush beans, and this is full of beans, and they were $2.95 for. They were $2.95 for these, for a package this size. So I think that's really good. That is Kentucky bush. This is some golden wax beans. Get my glasses, because some of this is very small. Just give them a quick. Okay. This is some cow horn okra. I've never planted this, but I decided I would try it. This is some dwarf okra. Green velvet okra. I planted this last season. It was awesome. You remember I had like 3 different varieties out in the garden, and I didn't know which one was which, because I just, after the first ones didn't show up in the time frame that I thought they should have, I went ahead and planted some more. So that was one of the ones that I had, but all the okra that I had was very, very delicious. I believe I'm sure I had that green velvet, the Clemson spineless, and I had jambalaya. Okay, this is some curly mustard. Now, you know I planted those this season. Got some growing out there right now. These are some tender green beans. And this here is another $2.95 packages full of beans. I think most of these are. Well, this one is $1.95. This is some dwarf horticultural beans. They are $1.95. And a lot of these I did not know what they were, but the nice lady that works in the store was telling me about some of them that were really good, and so I chose them because she said they were good, and I wanted to try some good beans. This is the rattlesnake pole bean. I think this is the only pole bean I got. I think the rest of them are bush, because I didn't want a lot of stuff running on poles, because so far I still have not got my cattle panel set up. So hopefully I will before these spring comes, when it's time to plant these. Okay, I got an English pea. This is a $4.95 package full of peas. And I have a contender green bean. Okay, so those are my seeds that, well, I have 2 more. I got some winter squash. This is a butternut. And it's a Walton butternut. And I have some Cascadia sugar peas, sugar snap peas. So those are my seeds that I purchased. And I also purchased some more pots. You know, I told you I was looking for some more flower pots, because I need some flower pots. And a lot of the flower pots that I'm going to be needing are going to be for my flowers, my plants that I have inside the house. And they need to be up potted really bad. And I have that big plant that I talked to you all about last season, and it still has not been up potted, because I'm afraid to really go in and get it. I did end up, I think, got 1 piece off of it, and the plant is huge, and I've had it for a long time. It has sentimental value to me, and I'm afraid that if I go in there and get it, take it apart, that I'm going to tear it up and break it or kill it. But I'm also afraid that if I don't do something to it, I still might kill it. So I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm sure I am. But I purchased some pots, because I'm not going to pick all of them up. I think I got about 5 or 6 of these, because I really needed some pots. And so some of these might end up outside, but these were the most economical ones that I could find at Walmart for this size pot. And I went to Lowe's. Lowe's did have some pots on sale, but they didn't have anything that I really wanted. They had some window box pots that were on clearance, but they were all in light blue. And I didn't care for them, so I left those. But I did end up getting a winter box. It's outside, and I forgot to bring it in. I also was able to find some pots at the Dollar Tree. And these pots, I think, may be able to accommodate some of my other, my smaller house plants. So I am going to try some of these in these pots. I like these pots. They are plastic, but I think they're very durable. They are very durable plastic. I'm going to take them apart to let you see. It's a very durable. It's not easy bending or anything like that. So I think that it'll do well on my indoor pots. Yeah, I love pots, and I looked at some pots that were really beautiful, but I just can't see myself spending a whole lot of money for some of those pots. But I really do love pots also. So I also picked up some of these baskets. And I have been looking for these for a while. And these were at the Dollar Tree. So they finally had some at the Dollar Trees that I went to. And I was able to pick up me a few of them. And they are good to sit over some of your plants. If you have a plant, like when the rabbits were bothering some of the plants, if I had just a few, well, I ended up getting like 10 of them. So if I had about 10 plants small that the rabbits were bothering, I could just put these over them and stick one of my stakes in there, and it would be able to hold, you know, this down and keep the rabbits from getting to my plants. Unless you got one of those that's just trifling and he don't give up and he moves the stakes or something like that. But I think most of them are not that tough where they can be able to get to your, pull the remove stakes. But y'all, that rabbit that I had out there, he was something. I guess he gave up after I put that plastic over after I put that frost protectant over. He gave up. He gave up pretty easily. So I'm not gonna talk about him too bad. But those are the things that I purchased. I'm also gonna be using one of those to plant my pineapple. I got a pineapple top, and I need to go ahead and get it in the ground. So I'm going to get it in one of these pots because it's going to be staying inside. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plant it inside. And I'm probably going to sit it over here with my plants that I am putting over in front of the window so that it can go ahead and take root. And that is one of the things that I will also be planting. But I also want to show you all my bottles. And I just wanted you all's opinion on what do you all think about for just like some of the plants that I have. I'm gonna see if I can find something that I might just want a couple of. Some plants get so big in the garden, or just take over your garden. Like a Shasta daisy. Shasta daisies are beautiful, beautiful plants. But I remember visiting my sister, and my sister had them in her yard, and they had taken over, but they was beautiful, but she was so tired of them because they had just spread all over her yard. So in case you only want 1 or 2 displays of Shasta daisy, and you don't want a whole, you don't want to do a whole milk jug when you're doing your winter sowing, I was wondering, what do you all think about just using some single bottles for things that you only need 1 of? If it's a plant that you know that you want to try this year, this season, like a lot of people say they don't like eggplant. They don't care that much for eggplant. So if you're a person that don't care very much for eggplant, you can just sow a couple of your eggplants in just this water bottle, just one of the ones. And, everyone has a lot of these that they use and, dispose of every day. So we could start putting these water bottles to another good cause instead of them ending up in the landfill by us putting them, since we're buying them anyway. We're buying bottled water. Most of us are. And poke some holes in the bottom for drainage. Go ahead and cut it and, leave a hinge. Dispose of the top. And then put your soil in there. Drop. You probably could even do 3 or 4 if you wanted 3 or 4. And this would save on the soil. And this would also save on space. But what I would be doing is I will be using, I ended up with, there are 12 in this container. And this is just one of those Dollar Tree containers. If you want to, you could poke a hole in this container, but the holes are low on this container. So if it did happen to get more water than was needed, you could just go outside, pick it up, lean it to the side, and drain it without even really disturbing your bottles that are inside. So I wanted to know what you all think about that idea. If it's a do or don't. But I am going to try it. And I already got one marked. I'm going to put a purple sunflower. Probably going to put 4 purple sunflowers in here. Because you all know, I told you all last year, my purple sunflowers, I don't know where they went. I never had a purple sunflower in my garden. I was really, really looking forward to them. And the season was gone. I was like, okay, what happened to the purple sunflower? Sometimes you'd be so busy doing things and then you get distracted and you don't realize that I didn't get my plants. So I did really want this purple sunflower, but by the time I realized, it was too late because there wasn't time, to get them to grow. So I want to know what you all think about that idea. And I'm going to do it, but we'll see how it works. But if you all have any comments about it, just put them down in the comment section. And, oh, what else was it? It was something else I was going to tell you about these. I think it was one of the other plants. What I wanted, one of the plants that I want to make sure that I get this season is a purple coneflower. As a matter of fact, I want all of the, what are they called? I want all of the echinaceas. I want the purple coneflower. I want the black-eyed Susan. I want those. And those are perennials. They will come back. So I'm going to be putting more pots out there, I'm sure, because I'm going to need pots that I can keep in place to keep my flowers. And I try to keep my flowers separated from the pots that I put my food in because of the different reasons. Is that some of your perennial plants, those flowers, some of them are poisonous. So that is something I want to make sure that you all know and that you all look into when you're doing your research. Which plants are poisonous? Which plants are not? Which plants you can feed to your chickens? Which plants you can have around your cat or your dog? So those are some things I want you all to keep in mind also. But those are the things that I wanted to make sure that I showed you all. I got this last one over here. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do this one yet, but I'm just going to tell y'all. So once I get it done, in case you all see it, and I didn't show you all when I did it, but I plan to. But y'all, sometimes you just get distracted or you just get so busy, because today was one of those days when I was so busy doing so many different things, and it was raining outside and I couldn't get all the things I wanted to get done. But y'all, I did get those greens cooked. I got them cooked, and here they are in a bowl. Y'all, I'm going to eat all of those, but it's a big old piece of cornbread up underneath those. That's hot sauce on the top. And yep, I left my turnips big because I like my turnips big in my green the same way I like my potatoes big in my soup. So that's just a meat thing. But this is the other one I was going to show you all. And this one is, I bought this container for something else. And it was very inexpensive at the time that I bought it. But I'm also thinking about using this for winter sowing. I just got so much winter sowing to do that I was thinking I need to use some different methods, because I can't get enough milk jugs. I just can't. Y'all tell y'all, I even went and bought some drinking water and some milk jug and some jugs so that I could try to have a jug to put my winter sow in. Yep, they were like $1.25, something like that. But I just wanted to have them. I was like, that's cheaper than actually buying the milk, because my children, they're not drinking the milk. They're drinking the plant milk like I'm drinking. So I'm not buying any more of that homogenized. They're gonna have to drink plant milk now because they've been drinking it anyway. But I'm probably going to use either these cups or the solo cups. And the thing is, I have one of those soldering tools around here somewhere. I gotta find it. And then I will be able to put some holes in the bottom of this container. I'm not worried about the container because this container will last. I can use it next season also, next winter. I'll keep it for my winter sow method. But it's either going to be this container or I have some other cups. Just depends on which one of my cups I can fit in here the best. And I will be putting some holes in the bottom of the cups. Then I will put the soil in here, plant my seeds in there. And then I will also put some holes into the top of this lid. And then I will cover it. So this will be my greenhouse. And I don't have much room for the plants to get height. That is the only thing that I am worried about in this container. But I'm still going to use this container. I'm still going to use it. It's going to be in my winter sow method. So I just wanted to show you all that. And that is all, I think. So I hope that you all enjoyed the video and that you will give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you have not already subscribed. And hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload a new video. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye. Melt in your mouth good, y'all.